Welcome, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. For this second webinar on the MCH handbook. The first one was a couple of months ago, and this time we will focus actually, like you can see, the theme reaching out to vulnerable pregnant women and their parents. That will be the central theme of the second webinar of a series of 4. I will just introduce myself very shortly. My name is Arnoud Verhoef. I'm working at the Public Health Service here in Amsterdam and at the University of Amsterdam. And together with my colleague Anneke Kessler, we will moderate this session. Anneke, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, I'm very delighted that so many of you found the way and the time to join us. And I think when I've looked this morning, we had more than 500 participants from 48 countries, from all over the world. South America, North America, Africa, Europe, Asia, and even Australia. So it's very nice. And we have an excited program. And first we start with a short video clip. And then we will welcome our special guest. That's Her Imperial Crown Princess Akishino. And she will say some words of welcome. But after her words, we go to 3 country reports from Peru, Afghanistan, and Laos. And when you have some questions for any of them, please use the Q&A button that's below on your screen. You see Q&A, and you can just type in the questions you have for the presenters. And after the 3 country reports, we will go to the forum, and they can answer your questions when you type them in. So.
And we will moderate the forum from here, and yes.
Yes.
So I think to start off and to set the theme of the second webinar, we can start the video.
We all want to give our children what they need to grow to their full potential. And as parents, we play an important role in their development. But our parenting is affected by the supports and challenges in our lives, including experiences that cause what's known as toxic stress. Stress is called toxic when it doesn't let up. And there aren't supportive relationships to help us cope. That can make it hard to get through the day, let alone be the best caregivers we can be. The overwhelming burden of toxic stress can affect the health and well-being of adults. It can also affect the development of children in ways that can last a lifetime. Stress that puts us in a constant state of fight or flight can make it feel like we're always on edge, or like it's impossible to calm down. And these feelings can overload our ability to provide the supportive relationships that children need in order to thrive. Think of toxic stress as heavy cargo. Just as a truck can only haul so much weight before it stops moving forward, challenging life circumstances like losing a job or not having a place to live can weigh us down. And just as a truck can break down if it carries too much for too long, we too can wear down from being overburdened without the support we need. When toxic stress is related to things we can't control, like poverty, abuse, or racism, it can feel especially heavy to take on. But experiencing toxic stress doesn't have to determine who we are or how we act. And understanding how stress affects us can empower us to make change in our lives. There are things we can do to buffer ourselves and our children against the effects of even the most intense stress. Just as redistributing cargo from an overloaded truck can help it run again, supports and services, things like food pantries, job training programs, or even just talking with someone who cares, can help us focus on caring for ourselves and our children. And just as regular maintenance is required to keep a truck running, reliable access to community services can help us manage the load during challenging times. Reaching out to get support can be difficult. But things that might seem very small, like sitting and breathing deeply, playing I Spy with your child, or even sharing a walk or a snuggle, can make a difference. Over time, these small steps can build our resilience and our children's by strengthening the skills and relationships that help us cope. And our communities can build resilience too by providing services and opportunities that help all families thrive.